Mindfulness PocketBook by Gill Hasson. Recommended reading and animated book review. Learn how to stop worrying and start enjoying life. How we spend our days is how we spend our lives. Quote by Annie Dillard. Thinking is important in our lives. Our minds have the capacity to think back and reflect on past events and experiences and learn from those experiences. We can reflect with gratitude on the good times. Our minds can also think about the future. The mind can plan ahead and look forward to the upcoming events. However, our mind's ability to project backwards and forwards mean that we can get stuck in the past, going back over and dwelling on events. We can also be paralyzed by worries, fear and anxiety about the future. What is mindfulness? Mindfulness is a way to have a more rewarding relationship with our thinking, to recognize when our thoughts are being negatively taken back to the past or projected into the future. Mindfulness is about knowing where you are, being in the moment, but also having an awareness of, but not getting stuck in, where you have been, reflections, and where you are going, anticipating. Mindfulness can be helpful in our everyday life as we go to and from work, in our jobs, with our families and friends, with cooking and eating, and even sleeping. Today, many of us are working in a fast-paced, stressful world, dealing with a flood of information, including WhatsApp, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, email, meetings, text messages, phone calls, interruptions, and distractions at work. Family life can also be fast-paced and stressful, managing our jobs, homes, and the variety of demands as we try to meet everyone's needs and our own commitments. Thinking about what we need to do and what we did not do, getting frustrated, worried, stressed, and anxious. It is easy to stop noticing what is really going on within and around us, our surroundings and other people, and to end up living in our heads, caught up in our thoughts, without being aware of how those thoughts are controlling what we feel and do. It's easy to waste now time, missing what is happening in the only moment that really exists. Mindfulness enables us to experience and appreciate our lives instead of rushing through it, constantly trying to be somewhere else. Mindfulness is simply a shift in our awareness of our lives, our routines and habits, work and relationships. Unless we make intentional effort to be mindful on a daily basis, it is easy to get distracted by the numerous things that divert our attention throughout the day. Intermittent attempts at being in the moment or to notice the little things more and live in the now are well-meaning, but distractions and preoccupations often take over, and resolutions to be more mindful fall by the wayside. How then do we overcome this challenge of being disrupted? We need to make mindfulness a habit, something that we can do on a regular basis until it becomes our normal everyday practice. Yes, indeed, our minds are able to do this. Establishing new ways of thinking and doing is not difficult, provided the new ways are constantly repeated. When we think or do something in a new way, we create new connections in our brains. Then every time we repeat those thoughts or actions, every time we continue using these new pathways, they become stronger and more established. When we consistently repeat those thoughts and actions over a period of time, they eventually become habits. Let us start where you are, use what we have, and do what we can. Quote by Arthur Ashe. Subscribe for more future updates.